Men are testing you. I mean, sometimes it's obvious, but other tests are very subtle and even hidden. It's important for you to understand these tests because, well, they're essential in the process of matching up with a high-quality man. And if you can pass these 3 tests, you can present yourself as truly high value and attract a man that fits what you're looking for. I'm Jason Silver, the dating coach for ambitious women. And if you want to get notified each and every time I've got a brand new training on attracting high quality men, hit that red subscribe button and the little notification bell right next to it. And let's jump into the 3 tests. Test number 1, the aesthetic test. Now this is the first glance where men evaluate how visually appealing you are to them. Yes, men are visual. This is the obvious first impression test that men use, but don't be confused. Men are not only looking for youthfulness here. Men are looking for health, vitality, social status. And a lot of that, it's not just determined by your age and genetics, it's determined by how you present yourself. If you put on your supermodel outfit, which is the outfit that makes you feel and look your best, you'll feel truly put together. And that feeling will exude an energy of confidence and will make you shine. And you'll beat out like 90% of women who don't actually go through the effort of just putting themselves together. And that shows that you've invested your time, your energy into how you appear. And if you want to carry a message of truly high value to other people, then your packaging is important. I know that my own confidence is much higher when I'm dressed up. I stand taller, I walk with more swagger, because how you dress affects how you feel about yourself, period. Number 2, the assertiveness test. Now this evaluates how much you're willing to stand up for your own perspective without giving into another person's ideology if it differs from yours. Now this is the easiest test a man uses to determine just how simple it will be to sleep with you without your commitment. Are you gonna listen to his player ass trying to convince you to sleep with him, or will you stand by your own values? So how do these players give you this test? It's really simple. They're gonna keep sexually escalating both verbally and physically until you tell them or make them stop. And then they'll usually keep going because they've only got their eye on one singular thing. Now there's different levels of showing your assertiveness to a man. The first thing is you might just let him know verbally what's appropriate and what's not. You can literally say, hey, that's not appropriate to say to me, we just met. Now men will also escalate physically, maybe just a side hug, then hand holding, maybe they might get cheeky and put their hand on your thigh, and they might keep going until you physically actually remove their hand. Assertiveness doesn't just mean stopping their sexual escalation, it can also mean drawing a firm boundary on them not being nice. It can mean you telling a guy, hey, that's not nice, that sarcastic joke isn't funny. Or it could mean you not inviting him back up to your apartment, or just simply not returning his call if he's not treating you with the respect that you deserve. How assertive you are in saying what you want determines how much you value yourself and how much time you're wasting on lower value guys. If you don't assert yourself to what you want, then it's going to be very, very difficult for you to match up with the higher quality guys because you're wasting your time with these guys that are pushing your boundaries and only looking for one thing. Number 3 is the competition test. This is when guys try to determine, all right, who else is competing for your affection? Now, if a man thinks that there's no other men pursuing you, he might get overly confident that he is your best and only choice. And he might not fear losing you. He might take you for granted. He might not value you as much. This is why you never want to lead a guy to believe that there aren't any other men in your life. Almost every attractive woman with a great personality has men who are just waiting to be with her. Let's call these guys orbiters, who are just orbiting around waiting. And a man who you're meeting might ask you all sorts of questions about who you're dating or who you were dating or who you're friends with. And they're trying to figure out, who am I really competing with? Now, early on in a relationship, you should be vague about this. A man should never think, again, that there's no other men out there who wouldn't jump at the opportunity to be with you. And if you don't have any orbiters, well, then you've got some work to do. You've got to get out there, start making friends, put yourself out there. It's never easy to put yourself out there. Usually requires one step in front of the other. And I know you can do it because you've got one life to live and you are committed to living your fullest. Now, we just went over these 3 ways that men test a woman's value, but there's an even more important point here that connects to all 3 of these tests that you learned about. And it's this: why are men testing your value? Well, the answer is that high quality men have very high standards for how they invest their time and who they invest their time into, just as you have high standards for your time. Now, contrary to popular belief, high value men have different traits and qualities and values that they're looking for in a potential life partner, which is why if you want to date a high quality man, not just your average Joe, then you need to approach dating differently. And by studying attraction and relationship dynamics over the past decade, I noticed that there is a specific strategy that is being used by the most desirable women to attract a great guy. And I became so obsessed with this strategy that I made a whole free training about it, which you can view by clicking the link in the description. Now, this training video will teach you how you can follow this little known strategy and become a woman who is more desirable than anyone else around you to the truly high value men. And you'll also hear about my flagship coaching program that I'm proud to announce here on YouTube called Unleash the Queen Within. Now, as far as I know, no one else in the world is offering a coaching program like this, where you get personal one-on-one coaching calls with an elite attraction coach. So you should definitely see if you qualify to enroll in the program. So if you think you'd be a good fit, check out that link right now, click it below this video and do not wait, and I'll see you over there. You have a great day. Be well.